Hi, my name is Sarah Bowman, and I did my research paper over the poem The Whipping by Robert Hayden and the short story The Destructors by Graham Greene. And my argument basically was that they had similar themes, which was the loss of innocence, and they both use similar literary devices to prove that theme. So I chose this because early on I read The Whipping just because earlier on in the semester, and I really liked it, and I just thought it was really good, and I just like how it was written. And then The Destructors, I'm blanking, I'm sorry. The Destructors, I read that one too after I tried to find after I found The Whipping for this, and I really liked it, and I thought they had a lot of similarities that I could use and all that. So basically that's how I went about choosing them. I read The Whipping, and then I tried to find a short story that had similar theme and similar devices and all that. So after I chose my text, I pretty much just wrote out a lot of the similarities and differences between them so I could get as much information as I could out of the way and just kind of visualize what my paragraphs were going to look like. And pretty much I got a lot of my research from just inside the text. A lot of my information just comes from reading those a million bajillion times and just pulling out as much information as I can. And then I read some articles over like literary devices and all that, and the authors and all that, to get some more information. And like I said, I didn't really pre-write. I just kind of brainstormed, I guess. I just did some comparing and contrasting on a piece of paper and did it that way. I learned a lot more about the authors and literary devices. Like Graham Greene, he's the author of The Destructors, and Robert Hayden is the author of The Whipping, and both of them are really good authors, and they're very successful in the literature world, but they do have very different styles and backgrounds that separates their genres and their writings and all that. If I could go back and do it again, I guess I would probably just start a little earlier and get more information and just be a little tad bit more prepared, I guess. And my thesis is The Whipping and The Destructors are two completely different stories, but when investigated, they have similar themes and devices, literary devices. Evidence you found. So basically, the story The Whipping is about a little boy who was beat by his mother, and at the end, the author reveals that the mom was beaten as a child too, so that's basically why she does it. And then The Destructors is about a group of guys, a gang, who goes and destroys houses and all that. Just doesn't go to school, just goes and destroys houses and pulls pranks on everyone around them and all that. So basically, to me, both of those, just that short little description tells me that both of those groups lost their innocence early on, because if you're being beaten every day, you're not having the chance to live your childhood and all that. And then the Destructors, they weren't ever taught, and they're doing all these things that 9 to 15-year-old boys should not even know about. So both of those show me that they both have loss of innocence within them. And a lot of the writings, like it talks about the woman in The Whipping, she beats her son, and like she's proud of it, and he's crying and screaming and she doesn't care. So that just shows me that she took her innocence away from her son. Anyways, and then this is my little visual. This is The Whipping side, this is the poem, this is Robert Hayden, and this is a tree. This represents, she talks about when she gets done beating him that she holds onto a tree, so I put that on there. And then this is The Destructors. This is just like the cover. This is Graham Greene, and this is like the boys, because the story took place after the war, so it's just them like just sitting there while everything's destroyed around them. So yeah, that's what my paper was over, so that's it.